where I grew up down in Webster County, the high school had just become a consolidated high school. And so all those smaller high schools came together on that. And I got to take something I probably wouldn't have gotten in the town that I grew up in at high school there. They had a general science class and a chemistry class. And of course, when I got into those two classes, they had a laboratory now. I got to work in a laboratory. And as I took my chemistry class, it just opened up a world to me of the things that you can't see. So that really, really fascinated me, the things that I was learning. Then when I got down to the last year in high school and the counselor got to talking about college, then what I did was, of course, say yes, because I wanted to go on and learn, a lot more about things that I had started learning about in that chemistry class. So that's what got me to really focus on, I guess, trying to go to college and learn things. And of course, it was all, for your future and your career and that kind of stuff. By the time I got down to that last year in high school and was thinking about college, I had two older brothers. Now those two older brothers had already gone to college, and so I had sort of a path there that I was going to follow. Of course, that was an impact on me. I think my dad was very proud of the fact that his children were going to college, and so it just was a natural thing for them motivating me to continue my education and sort of keep up with them in terms of going and learning about mathematics and science and other things. So that's what really, I think, inspired me to go on to college, as well as wanting to just learn things in general, which I always enjoyed. I sat down with my dad and I talked a little bit about going to college. And I had thought about how many different places I could go to, let's say here in the state. And I had also attended a boys' state gathering at one point in time there when I was in high school. So when I talked about going to college, I mentioned UK and Western and Bowling Green. I think though I pretty much narrowed it down to that. And Dad sort of said, well, you could go where your brothers went down at Western. Now I had visited Western when they were in school. And I mean, it was amazing to go there and to see the buildings and the students. I really didn't go in any of them, but it was just really, really tremendous to think that I was going to get to go to school at Western. Well, now I showed up at college, and I actually had one of my brothers still there on campus. So that sort of helped me, be confident of being there. But it was amazing, the people that were there, and when you get to know some of them and you find out their background. And so I found it, I guess, a fun time. There were people there now from where I went to high school as well. So it was fun to be with them and be away, and at the same time meet other people that were from near and far and from around the world at that campus. And so then it was just sort of delving into the studies and trying to participate in activities and going to some ball games and things like that. But it was a time for, I think, just focusing on trying to learn the things that were in all of these classes. Well, I'd say I did in terms of trying to work through being away from home, being around a lot of different people, and not understanding, I think, the background of a lot of people that I was there with, and they're working in, being in the classes and doing the homework and stuff. So I probably focused a lot on trying to study and learn the things that were there in the classes. And I probably felt that I was a little bit behind some other people because I came from such a small community and the high school there that I attended. Now, as far as athletics, I wasn't really involved with that. But the adversity, I guess, that I was experiencing was just being away from home, trying to be confident, trying to do all the things a person needs to accomplish in college, and be a part of the people that were there in the classes and stuff with me. Well, when you come in as a first-year generation college student, you haven't had family to talk to about the process that you're going to go through. So I think where I would ask them would be to talk to your teachers. Now, one of the things that helped me was I actually had a teacher in high school that was a friend of my brother's who went to school before me. And I should have spent more time talking to him about what it was going to be like coming to college. It turned out I didn't spend a lot of time talking with my two brothers who had attended college before me. One of them was off in the service, and he was really not around for me to talk to. And the other one had already had a family and was involved in other things. I think the other thing to do, if you're going to talk to your teachers in high school about what's going to happen, I think that's good. But I think you could also read some about universities. If I had had someone giving me more information about UK, or about Western, or about Murray, or about the University of Louisville, I probably would have had a better understanding of what I was going to be doing, the atmosphere I was going to be in, and for one thing, just the numerous things that you can get involved with and spend your time and learn from other people outside of the academic setting.